You have to be stubborn to manifest, because manifesting isn't all about sitting around and waiting, although you can put out the right ideas and then the right opportunities will come and you will have inspired action. But it's also about refusing to let go of what you see in your mind, your vision. It says somewhere in the Bible that the people perish without vision. You have to be stubborn about your vision even when life gives you the opposite. You understand? Even when life doesn't acquiesce immediately, you have to keep taking actions and thinking thoughts about what it is, damn near creating it in the invisible before it has the ability to come to the physical fully, right? Completely. But you just taking actions on it are already making it happen in the physical. It's what the universe needs to see. I don't think it even needs to see, but it wants to see. Like, if you were the universe and you had a human that was telling you it wanted something, wouldn't you love to see that human taking its own actions, as feeble as they might be? For instance, if you're a coal miner and you love golf and you only get 25 minutes after work, what do you think you should do with that 25 minutes? You should go golf, right? And that's an example. Something that the universe likes to see, and that's something that we can do, and that's something that will give us the energy, that positive energy that we need each and every fucking day. Because in this world, there's so many negative states to occupy. All you gotta do is take a look at the consciousness scale, and it's like, bruh, 60-70% of that shit is all just putrid bullshit, right? It's all depression, desolation, apathy, grief, anger, paranoia. There's so many emotions that you can feel on the lower scale, which is why we want to consistently be on the higher scale. Love, peace, joy, enlightenment, alignment, right? So again, it's not just passive, this manifestation thing, although it somewhat is. Like, you can literally sit there and meditate, read Neville Goddard, and you'll know it. Everyone in this space knows of Neville Goddard, right? You know that you can sit there, go into SATs and see your desired reality, but that's a tool. You use that tool along with the movement, right? Because the universe watches it and, responds to your action that says that you're serious about it, right? You want to think thoughts that match where you're headed. For instance, if you're a coal miner who loves golf, when you're working, you think about how much you love golf, right? I love golf. Do golf. And watch how the world moves around it, because your thought is the blueprint, right? Because it's easy to allow your environment to define what you think about. That's the most human thing to do. But what we're doing is evolving, right? Your imagination is the blueprint for what's coming next. So if you hold the thought for long enough, reality has to bend to meet it. It doesn't matter what you're holding. If you're holding what's around you and you get the same thing, it's just a remanifestation of the same thing. But you have to be stubborn. You can't allow a no. You can't, you don't want to do a thing and then be like, why isn't it happening? Or you don't want to ever think thoughts like that. You want to cast all those thoughts away. You want all your thoughts to be like, it is happening. I'm grateful that it is happening. Keep thinking about what it is that you want to have. And you keep that energy high, vibrational. You dig? You have to be stubborn, because you might meet with delay. You might meet with rejection, which is just building your inner muscle. You're just being conditioned to handle what you asked for. The universe isn't saying no, it's saying not yet. Keep growing stronger in your faith, in your skills, and everything that you have that you can control. Because when it finally does come, the person that you became is really everything. At the end of this, that's what we get. We get who we are, right? So again, just to close it out, be stubborn about your dream. Protect it from the noise. Protect it from what anyone else has to say. Protect it from the setbacks. Protect it from the failures. Didn't Tesla almost go bottom up? But now look, it's a big company. Now you got Starlink. Now you got all these different things. When the people created the airplane and it kept falling, they just said, you know what? I can still see it in my imagination. I can still see what I want happening for me. Well, let's keep trying. And guess what? That's how they brought it about. You understand? So show up even when it's inconvenient. Because when you stay true to what you want and act like it's already yours, life has no choice but to catch up. Stay stubborn about your vision. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.